and welcome to another edition of Focus with Tim Thomas. I am your host, Tim Thomas, and we're certainly glad you've joined us for what I think is a very special edition of our Focus program. So we encourage you to call someone, let them know Focus is on the air. We're coming to you from the Learning Center here in Madisonville, Kentucky, located at 552 East Center Street. And you're going to learn a lot about the Learning Center, the importance of it, and how it can benefit you, possibly friends that you know. And I am certainly glad to have with me these very special guests that are here at the Learning Center. And I want to introduce directly to my left, Nan Nance, who is president of the Board of Directors. Yeah. Glad to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Glad to have you. Next to her is Felicity Dunlap, who is the office manager. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Next to her is Savannah Garrity, who is the director of the Learning Center.
Yes.
Correct. And on the very end, welcome back to our program. She's been on, this is probably a long time ago, but she's been with us before. None other than Emily Ray, who is a parent, has a child here at the Learning Center. And by the way, just to make note of this, Emily Ray is back at the Madisonville Community College serving as PR, heading up the PR department, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're glad to have you back, and so are we.
Thank you.
Man, beautiful place here. And at the end of the program, we're going to try to go through and just tour, take a look so that our listening audience can see what we've been talking about during the show. But tell us a little bit about the Learning Center.
Okay. First of all, I have to thank you for having us in your show. And the Learning Center established in 2016. In May, we opened the door to the community. We are is a young nonprofit facility. It's set up by local, operation by local, and the benefit by local. And we don't have, people always asking, do you have a mother company or corporate company above us? No, we don't. We just start from local, from the zero. And the purpose is, like students after school have some facility they can come in. If they need help, we're here. If parents need a break, drop kids somewhere, get homework help, we're here. That's our main goal over here.
Sure.
Yeah.
How did it come into fruition? How did it get started, and how did it come into fruition?
Well, as you say, I'm the immigrant people. I'm not from this country, but I make a decision, come to America and try to looking for better life. I pursue my goal. And my husband, Steve Nance, he's native born American, Madisonville, and grew up here, and he has business Tonko in here and very successful. And we got together, actually we got, I feel like we share same value for the world we see. We try to give back to community. That's why we started, and for the nonprofit facility. That's the beginning of the goal.
Well, being a nonprofit, we're really seeing success with this, with the Learning Center.
Right, but successful is not because the financial, because everything, like because facility has been, the community has been big help, City Madisonville has been help, and we have good crew, and Savannah have a good experience, very good experience to build up this program, and we have good manager to run day and night in this facility. We have good parents trust us and bring kids over here.
So
that's a big,
absolutely. So it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah. Yes.
And the Learning Center itself, with the help of everyone, it seems to be growing and prospering and helping, and really helping kids.
I think we are. Helping or not, no matter how many words I speak, the parents speak one word, explain everything. As a question you have to ask parents.
Yeah, and I think you have to have a passion for children, would you say?
Right.
You have to have a passion.
Yes, I do. the passion sometimes is, passion is good. You have to have passion. Then you have to have experience. And you have to have a good team. That's what, everything go together. And the community is a big support, I have to say that.
Right. So, Savannah, when we talk about the Learning Center, kind of tell us what it provides here.
Okay, the Learning Center provides one-to-one instruction for students that are coming in, and we have many students. We have students who come in for homework help. We have students who come in for just needing, they haven't been able to read. My own son had that same struggle, and he was not able to read, and he came to the Learning Center, and when he was coming here twice a week to get his tutoring, he was not even able to read a simple sentence even in 3rd grade. So now we're in 6th grade, he's reading about 8th grade levels, so I have a personal, so I am the director, but I also have a personal parent experience. But we also provide, homework help, we provide assistance for students who can't read, or they just need reading comprehension. We provide ACT prep for students that want to go on to a larger college or get a better scholarship. They can come and get ACT help and improve their ACT score. We see great results with that program. And we provide, we're going to offer conversational Spanish on Wednesdays. So that's kind of a new thing that we hope we get people interested in learning more about language and culture. And we're a very diverse group here. So we encourage people to come and learn from us and the things that we have to offer.
Right. What are you seeing that is being provided here that is helping kids the most?
So our largest program is our reading program. So we use the Barton Reading and Spelling Program, which helps any student that might be struggling to read. It was originally written specifically for dyslexic students, which in West Kentucky, that's 20% of our population is dyslexic. So it was written for that, but it helps any struggling reader. So I think that's our largest program. But this year we've seen a lot of students coming in for homework help, like high school math, middle school math, Common Core math. Some parents are not able to help their children with their homework, so we're providing assistance with that. Pretty much we can tutor any subject that a student would have difficulty with. We've tutored AP history, we've tutored biology and Spanish and all levels of math at the high school level and below. So I think we have a diverse set of services.
And what age group, what do you take?
So we help through elementary, middle school, and high school students. That's our target audience. So once they get to the college, they have college tutors. So our target audience is those students that are the K-12 group.
Okay. Nuts and bolts when you talk about the Learning Center, and I know that this doesn't come free of charge because there's things that has to be done and ran. Can you give us an idea of some of the tuition or prices toward it?
Yeah, so students that come, it's $15 per session for a 1-hour session. And that is the one-to-one instruction. So it's very reasonable. If you were to price tutors in our area or beyond, you would see that we're probably one of the most cost-effective tutoring programs, whether it's private or public.
People can get involved and they can take part in this, and are there monies out there, grant monies that can help students with this?
Yeah, so if a student has a financial need, and they were referred to us through their Family Resource Center as having a financial need, we have some grant money that's available where it will pay 1/2 the tuition. So the parent would pay half the tuition at $7.50 per hour, and then the grant would pay the other $7.50 an hour.
Gotcha.
And if there are companies that want to sponsor a kid, that's an option too. You could sponsor a kid to receive a year of tutoring. It's $480 to receive that semester of tutoring. So they could sponsor a child because we don't always have enough scholarship money, but we definitely would love to have community sponsors.
Sure. We're going to put that on the screen because there may be someone listening that may want to sponsor a child or two and help in this effort, because it really is all about the kids, about helping children. In this day and age, you're needing even more of that now than ever before. Emily, when we talk about the importance of this and knowing that you have a keen sense of education and for children as well, you decided to bring your child to the Learning Center. Tell us how you feel that it's benefited him or her.
Well, I have a little boy.
Yes.
He's in 3rd grade. My husband and I noticed that he was struggling with reading. And I had known the Learning Center was here, because Savannah and I worked together at the community college. So I had known about the Learning Center. And when we figured out that Nolan probably needed a little extra help than what we're able to give him at home, we realized he needed to be here. So he comes for tutoring in the Barton Reading Program that Savannah was talking about. And it has been just tremendous for him. He's basically like a totally different kid. He's doing much better in school.
Wow.
So when he's been going here, I guess, for tutoring about 8 months. So he started toward the end of February. So when he started tutoring in February, then he went and took his MAPS reading test, like around March. And just in that time, he improved 7 points on his MAPS reading test, just in that time. And any parent who has a child who is struggling, or teachers who have to watch students struggle, just that increase was really an accomplishment, I felt like. We continued tutoring over the summer. He does the 1-hour sessions. And when he went back to school, just this past August and fall, his MAP reading test had gone up 24 points.
Wow.
So that's just a phenomenal accomplishment for any kid. And I know that would not have happened if he was not coming here to get that one-on-one instruction. So, I mean, it's just made a big difference for him in the classroom. And it's done wonders for his confidence, like just the way he carries himself, the way he communicates with people now. It's just, he's a lot different. And it's a joy for me to see as a parent.
Sure,
So.
sure. And you know, I don't think places like this just happen. You know, I'm a big believer in faith. And I really believe sometimes the Lord plants and put places and people in communities and situations to be a blessing to other kids and to other parents and to help. And certainly just listening to you is really fills you, because you just think of when you love your kids, you want the best for them. And when you see that kind of a change taking place, that really has to really bring you a lot of joy and comfort.
Right, and so I would encourage, like, I just want to take a moment to encourage any parents who feel like their child is struggling. I've just been really impressed with the great improvement that he's made. It's been a relief for him, which is the most important thing, and it's been a relief for me and for my husband. It makes a big difference.
It really does.
So,
I can see that.
And start sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I agree. If any parents think kids have struggle with reading, just start action. Don't wait. It's earlier is better.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is one parent example, but there are many parents that come to us and say, my child improved this, and the grades are so much better, they have more confidence, and their test scores are doing so well. So, you know, we feel good about the work that we're doing here, not just because we're helping kids to improve, but we're helping a community improve their literacy and their learning rate, which builds confidence and makes more successful adults.
That's absolutely
like Amelia said, the children build up their confidence. Like we have kids come in, beginning is not really they don't want to come in. Then later on they come in, with a smiley on the face. I asked him one boy, I said, how come you're smiling today? He said, I made all A. I said, good for you. Did you expecting any gift? He said, yeah, I have not told my mom yet. They're so happy. And also with all of those tutor, we have a great tutor. they all is good student in the college, and they're the one way tutoring kids with the math was subject issue, and some student come in, parents said, you make the student not solve the problem, also make the kids want to learn,
Yeah.
right? That's make a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say too, Nolan is so comfortable with the tutors that he has.
Yes.
You know, they recognize him, applaud him, give him a little prize when he reaches a milestone, and that has meant a lot to him.
Sure.
And in fact, Felicity had to sit and watch Nolan build Legos for about 15 minutes after his session last night because he just wasn't ready to go. So he's just sitting over there playing Legos, and so he's comfortable here. So.
And when it gets to that point, and that has to be really a relief, you know, for parents. When they come in.
Yeah. Like the kids come in, you know, she know every kid's name, parents' name, they know. You know, I'm here and welcome.
Right.
Yeah, and make different. I cannot remember kids' name. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah.
And speaking of Felicity, good to have you on as well.
Thanks for having me.
You are the office manager here, and no successful organization can be successful without an office manager. You know, and everybody really speaks well of what you do here, and your warm personality with parents and kids. Tell us how many kids are here at this.
Well, we actually have 2 locations, but I think altogether we have about 75 students. Most students attend here. We only have about, I think, 40 at our other location. So, I'm sorry, 40 here, about 35 there.
When working with kids and being in this environment, what does it really mean to you?
Oh, well, I'm in college right now for elementary ed, but I love the environment here. Everybody is so friendly. Parents are always so happy whenever they come in. Those kids come up and they're, hi, Felicity, and we play with Legos. So it's always such a good environment.
And you're taking up at college, what are you taking up?
Elementary ed.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, what a good stepping stone being a part of this. This is a good intro into that.
Yeah, it's a great learning environment too for me. If I ever have a down hour, I can always sit and just observe how the kids learn. And it's with camps in the summer, we do a lot of summer camps. I help out with those, and it's a great stepping stone for me, I think.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, what other things do you do as part of the Learning Center?
I just kind of get everybody signed in for the most part, and I'll keep up with numbers, billing information. Stuff like that. I'll send out reminders, but then in the summer we'll do camps, and I'll advertise for those, and sometimes I'll help out with stuff like that.
Well, that's the important part, especially when dealing with numbers. Yeah. Savannah, when we were talking about Center, and I meant to mention that you are with the Madisonville Community College. Tell us what you do there.
Yeah, I am the program coordinator for medical information technology, which is the business side of healthcare. So that is that's my day job. This is my afternoon job, my evening job. But yeah, so I teach in a classroom for that. And I've had, several students that have come through, and so I use that connection to the college. So a lot of our tutors are college students. So we use those college students as our tutors, so they are smart individuals, and so that connection works out well for the college and blending both of these. So these are students, and so as part of that too, we've had students that come here, do ACT prep and prepare, and then they go on to the college and they increase their education. So the two kind of partner together to blend our community and help the educational services provided here in the community.
Wow. If you're doing this, and tell us how many tutors that you have.
That's a good question. I think we have 7 in Madisonville.
In this location.
Yes, in this location. We have 4 in Muhlenberg, because we have a satellite site there in Muhlenberg, in Central City.
Wow, okay. And that is doing well as well, doing good as well?
Doing very well, I think doing very well. And in the Muhlenberg County, I need those kind of facility for a long time. Actually, we has been partnered with the Felix Martin Foundation. They has been helping us since the beginning. we continue grow student, and I think a lot of parents have good word for this facility. Yes.
Well, that's good, that's good. Emily, you spoke a little bit about that, but what can parents really expect if they bring their kids here?
I think they can expect a staff that's willing to work with them, and with you as a parent, and also with your child, to really get the programming that works for your child, and really get them the tools that they need to succeed in their classroom. That's definitely been the case with me. And like with my child, part of his reading difficulty is part of a learning difficulty that he'll be dealing with throughout his educational career and throughout his life. So I know that Savannah has been very helpful with me, helping me understand kind of what's going on in like how his little brain works, and how it's different and how I can help him. So I think parents can really expect a one-on-one. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's what works for you and for your child. So.
And I think Nan mentioned that we are not part of a bigger system. So because we're not part of a bigger system, what we do is we figure out each student. We tailor the curriculum to the student. So instead of using a one-size-fits-all model, we use what does this child need right now to make the greatest improvement. And so every child's need, our goal is to meet every child's need, where they're at, and the curriculum is tailored to the child, not the child to the curriculum.
Oh, that's great. And that makes a big difference.
And which also means too, there's a variety of tutors who will help fit your child's need too. All the tutors are wonderful and well trained, and they're, depending on your child's personality and what their need is, there's a tutor that's going to be able to meet that need for your child.
Sure. This being a nonprofit organization, so you're always in need of finance to help with kids, to help with teaching of kids and that type of thing. And so we want to put that on the screen again. But I'll ask, I guess I'll ask you if you would give us, if somebody wanted to mail a check in, or they wanted to call for more information, or how they can be a help, give us all that info.
Well, they can contact us directly. They could email me at tlcmadisonville@gmail.com, and I can get them information. We are a nonprofit, so everything is tax deductible. Some people right now, the United Way is running their United Way campaigns. You could specify on your United Way giving the Learning Center, and the money will come directly to us. So there's several ways. You could sponsor a child, you could sponsor a camp event. And in the summertime, we do t-shirts. Employers could advertise on the t-shirts, and that's a way that they could bring money in, or to help, their business, plus get their name out there for their business, plus benefit a child in the summer. And so that we take, of course, we accept any donation that anyone is willing to give. So they can email me, they can call our phone number, 270-245-2600. Talk to Felicity, and she will put them in contact with me to see the best way to do that. And like I said, we will type a letter that says thank you so much, and you donated this for tax deduction purposes.
But we want you to reach out, and we're putting all that on the screen. Reach out and be a part of that. It's important and definitely worthwhile. This is a godsend to this community, and that's why we wanted to focus in, if you will, on the importance of the Learning Center and the importance of you getting your kids involved with the center as well. We're going to close out in just a minute and do a little tour, but I do want to mention about you had Chinese students to come.
Yes, that was last summer.
Yeah, last summer had Chinese kids to come, and I knew they was all over the city of Madisonville, but this was kind of the little home base.
That's true.
How did it go?
They go very well. And those kids are from our sister city. I don't know everybody know or not. Madisonville, we're a small town, but we do have a sister city in China. It's from Dongying, Shandong province. Those kids come in, and actually with very short notice. And when I reach out to the community, I said I need help for those kids come in. everybody just jump in from chambers, from city, Mr. Cotton. They all jump in and say, hey, we're here, we can help. So we make this program very successful, and to let them know American culture. And also we blend them in with the American kids, working together. And those kids from James Madison, they are enjoy with those Chinese kids, yes. And my goal is, if next year continue doing that, I will like bring Madisonville kids to the China in some time to learn from each other.
Yes.
You know, because right now this whole world just totally connect to each other. We should know what is outside American look like.
Yeah.
That's my wish.
And you go.
Yep. And
Yeah.
also, I like to take this chance. I appreciate the City of Madisonville, Chamber of Commerce, and what they call the young leadership. They all give this Chinese student summer camp a big help. I really appreciate that.
Great,
Yeah.
great. And we do appreciate, this is a giving community and a good sharing community here in the city of Madisonville and Hopkins County. And we certainly appreciate all that this community does to support our young people as well. Not only supporting our young people, but the support they give to those that are less fortunate than we are, So definitely the rule is when you give, you certainly get back. So that's always a plus. So I want to thank each of you for being on and sharing. I think we've learned a lot about the Learning Center and the importance of it. And we do want to come back maybe close to another year and just kind of talk about, see the improvement, because it can't go anywhere but continue to go up.
Right. Please come in.
We
back,
want to come back and to share. We've been talking with, to my far left here, Emily Ray, who is the proud mother of Mr. Nolan. Also, to Savannah Garrity, who is the director here at the Learning Center. Thank you for being with us and sharing with us. And next to her, Felicity Dunlap, the office manager who actually runs everything. So we appreciate you as well. And my good friend Nance, who since being here in the city of Madisonville has made just a positive, you and your husband have made a positive impact in this community.
Well, Tim, it's not only us. When I started nonprofit facility, I try to reach out, to the small business or big business or friends. Everybody really generously. We are living in the generosity community. Like we are a partner with the United Way, working. They give us funding, help running this program, and like a business Tonko and Genmar, and I need every bank, like an independent bank, a First United Bank, a Hancock Bank, and they all be a big help. And personally, like Mr. Bob Florida and Bill Young, they all big support. I like to take this chance to really appreciate their support. Yeah.
Amen to that. Thank you all for being with us. Thank you for being a part of Focus program. Join us again for another edition of our program. It's Tim Thomas coming to you from the Learning Center here on Center Street, 552 East Center Street here in Madisonville, Kentucky. By all means, keep sharing the dream.